Welcome, Dry Farts episode 4. We got a special episode because I'm going to prove that I'm not racist. We have a very funny comedian, Black Jew Daniel Bridge-Gadd. He's also the host of the podcast Final Stop. We got a funny one here that we're going to be talking about Fentanyl Ninjas, White People Taco Night. And he's also a former star athlete, football player. So we're going to get into that, history of that, and all the fun stuff. So stick around. Welcome to Dry Farts. And those fentanyl ninjas, yeah, you gotta be careful. No, I see. Yeah, you do. See, I didn't even live with her. I got yelled at for how I was living, so it was.
That's so much better.
We're so fucking close.
We were close. Okay, are we rolling though? Because
we're definitely rolling.
Oh, we are. Okay, good.
I'm just in and out of every fucking shot.
Well, no, it's fun. Yeah, keep it in because I think there's gold here. Yeah, we just keep going with it. No, that's. Yeah, so you moved out to this area, so it's like there's still crime everywhere, right? It's not too bad.
Yeah, I almost got robbed at what is it? Is it a Circle K on like 16th and McDowell or something like that?
Oh yeah, by the taco place.
Okay, well you tell me if I was getting robbed because the niggas on my podcast did not believe that I was getting robbed, which is a wild thing for a group of non-blacks to be like, no way, no way, you weren't getting robbed. I'm like, I think I know what a robbery looks like.
Oh, in that area, is that where the Jay-Z painting is? The mural?
Yeah. Anywhere where there's a rapper painted on a wall is not a spot you want to be after 7.
No.
Dude, all right, so you tell me if I was getting robbed. Because and this is like post work. It's like 7:30 and I'm in like work shit, like dress clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I go out and I'm pumping my gas and I already have the shit plugged in.
Yeah.
And the gas like going already.
Right.
So this little kid comes up to me, he's like 12. He looks on a scale of like 1 to 10, 10 being he's dressed to the nines, 1 being he looks like a fucking Thomas All-Star or whatever you just said, a Fentanyl Ninja. Yeah. He was like a 5 out of 10, where he was like questionably, you're like, oh, this kid's probably down on his luck. What's he doing?
Yeah.
And he comes up to me, he's like, hey, do you have any money? And I was like, no. Here, actually, let me see what I got in my wallet. And I hand him $3. In his hand, though, he also had like a squeegee and no water bottle, no like anything, just a squeegee walking around. And he was being kind of quiet. He was like stoked. He's like, I have some money. I was like, all right, man, here, look. He was like $3. And then he didn't leave. He just stood there. And I was like, all right, man, for sure. And he was just like looking at me. And then he walked like back around the other like gas pump on the other side of me to the front of my car and lifted up one of my windshield wipers.
Oh.
And but didn't start wiping shit. Like just lifted one up.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the oh, this kid's distracting me. 1,000%.
Oh shit.
I was like,
you
because
got street smarts.
Yeah,
I like
he's not gonna rob me, but there's two things. Either this kid is like fucking is down on his luck and has learned how to fucking shiest people out of money at the age of 12, or the more real scenario is some grown person is waiting in the shadows somewhere and is so he put one up and I was like, what the hell? And then he put one up. I was like, hey man, no, I'm cool. And my gas is still gone. I was like, all right, we'll just kind of look around and let the gas finish pumping. And then he like goes back for a sec behind the gas pump, comes back and lifts the other one. But like this whole time he's like looking at me kind of like while he's doing I'm like, bro, I'm cool, man. Thank you. And then the second he puts the other one up, he's still not wiping shit. I was like, this is a setup. And I click my shit out and take the gas pump out and just skirt off with the things fucking still up, because when he put the second one up, he just left. Like he put it up and was like, all right, marked them, cool. Like definitely like two things up means go, let's cook this nigga.
Oh,
and I was like, not today, not in these penny loafers. Fuck off. Bro, and I skirted out, and when I looked back, the kid was looking at me with his hands up like this, and I was like, I fucking knew it. You little punk bitch. I hope you get beat up tonight.
You didn't see a second guy in the corner?
No, but there's no, if I'd have stayed there for 30 more seconds, someone would have came out with something.
100.
And been like, give me your bread or taking the car. Because the car was, the keys were just right there. I left the keys on the seat and shut the car. Because normally I'm like, who's going to come up and just be, I guess if they have a gun, but to just fight me, there's two guys. you're gonna have to be bigger than me, which is a fucking thick kid.
Yeah.
You're really gonna have to know how to fight, which is scary as fuck.
Brendan
So
Shaw pops out of the bushes like
yeah, or that
that's
12-year-old knows BJJ like a motherfucker.
There you go.
Right?
What's the Fentanyl Ninja you call him? What do you call him again?
Thomas All Stars.
Thomas All Stars.
Thomas All Stars. Feel no pain.
No, you trusted your instincts, and that's
Yeah.
the smart thing. And any Circle K, do not go there when there's any kind of no
No,
sunlight.
but then I go
No.
back to fucking my podcast, and these delinquents that all live out in new developments on the edges
Yeah.
of Phoenix.
subdivisions.
Yeah, these fucking artsy bitches. Tristan's dad's a game designer. He wouldn't know what robbing is if it hit him in the face. Other than we got NCAA 15 stripped from us.
Oh shit! Did he? The Gilbert kids?
Yeah.
I'm not saying kids, man. It was fucked up.
But he got, bro, I go back and they're like, you were not getting robbed. What happened is you just spooked a fucking 12-year-old and skirted off, making him feel weird when he was trying to wash your car. And I was like, must be nice to
Well,
go through life.
You gotta trust.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like a pure line of like not experienced in that way.
Must be fucking.
Yeah.
I hope you kind of get clocked in the head, not in a way that it's gonna really fuck you up, but I hope that you just get like sleight of handed. And like, have you ever seen it was Giant Squid Games?
No, I've not seen that yet. No, but
They basically just trick fucking degenerate gamblers into this little like red and blue tile game, and they
Yeah.
always lose. And like when you lose, you get slapped in the fucking face. I hope that all of my friends that have never been, because everyone should get cold cocked in the face at least once.
yeah.
You should get 4 knuckles put not on your nose, you can die, but like
Yeah.
definitely on your oracle. You need to get pressed in the oracle.
Why do you think I'm such a nice guy? That's it's happened a couple 3 times. So it's,
Oh my god.
so you learn to be nice to people after that.
You
Yeah.
got cracked in the mouth a couple
No,
times.
no. I'm surprised. Usually leave before it happens.
Yeah.
But no, you're smart. Your instincts did not feel good. You got to trust your instincts in that situation. You did the right thing, and you might have been robbed. Yeah.
Does that go from being quarterback?
Yeah, it's definitely not.
There you go. You read the play.
Yeah, that's
right?
definitely not from fucking
Yeah.
growing up in the hood anywhere. That's me being like, the blitz is on. These niggas are coming in. Where's the hot route?
There's someone
Look at
else. Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
You
Yeah, no.
improvised, and then there you go. No, that's kind of maybe he was retarded or something.
Yeah,
You
but
think so? Or
Closest
no?
thing I grew up to the hood was an LL Bean hoodie, dog. There's
You're from Scottsdale, right? We talked about that.
yeah. I went to Paradise Valley. I was up there with
Oh, okay, North Valley, like 40th Street, Bell.
40th and Bell. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
wide range. There was like some kids that had some real money, and then Mexicans too. for
Oh
sure.
yeah, I know that area. It's very well mixed. It's kind of like that. You've seen that area? It took place in Arizona. Just One of the Boys. You've seen that movie, 80s movie? I think they filmed that at Paradise Valley.
We had a movie shot at our shit.
Oh yeah, the guy who plays from Cobra Kai, Johnny. Johnny was the bad guy in it. Okay, it's about a girl.
Ralph Macchio's the other guy.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
Well, it's filmed in Phoenix, and basically what she is a girl. She wants to go undercover as a boy and see what it's like being a boy in high school. And she's super hot, gets her hair cut, whatever, and it's so fake looking. But yeah, Johnny's in it. He's the bad bully, and she
Okay.
goes to school.
So
Real
this kid's
quick.
just bullying a trans girl. That's,
yeah.
the premise of the movie.
Well, kind of, because
It was okay in the 80s. Like,
but his girlfriend has a crush on the trans girl. This was before it was cool, so that's why he's mad. Because that's a boy undercover as a girl, right? Or girl undercover as a boy, and Johnny, his girlfriend, likes him, so he gets very jealous. So that causes some tension. That's great movie. Just one of the boys,
crazy.
and the final scene takes place at Big Surf. Yeah.
That place used to be sick. I almost died there. Like
Oh really?
15
Oh yeah.
times.
Did you burn your feet? That place. I mean, the sand. Remember that place?
Ah man, the fucking sand. That's where I fell in love with sunburnt knockers. I think though.
Oh yeah.
Because Phoenix has water. Other places don't have water parks, and it's not the same kind of trash that like just hang. Like if you have a nice natural body of water that attracts like. That's its own type of trash people that go to that. But
River
like,
people.
There's a
Yeah.
there's a certain brand of like you're okay with pretty shittily circulated piss water, and you're just in it. You're just going with it.
But it's fun. There's a slide. You don't get that at the lake.
yo, every time I go to a water park, I always smell diaper.
It just smells like
Yeah.
piss.
Oh, yeah.
It just
Yeah.
smells like piss. You have to be. I haven't been to a water park since I was probably like 15, but I would imagine I wouldn't be able to get over it now. It'd be like, ugh.
Yeah.
Well, if the slide is fun and you find, if the slide is good, if you find a hot single mom, like you said, like sunburnt titties,
Yes.
that kind of takes the
Bro, a nice freckled up C cup.
single mom just out there, yeah.
Hell her.
It's almost it's what month is it? February? Yeah, let's go to Water World after the show. Well, I don't know where I was getting with that, but it was that.
I got went wild and then went all stupidly corporate.
Oh yeah, They had the cool bubble though. You can climb up the bubble on a rope and slide down. You ever been on that?
Is that the toilet bowl? What is that?
No, not the toilet bowl. That toilet bowl is pretty awesome though. Where you go in like a real fast circle and drop.
I know, it's shaped like a cool ball.
Ah, that's right. I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, it's
like
like
piss water in the toilet, so I got freaked out.
It
You'll get
is.
real high,
It's a big
Yeah.
metaphor for just a water park. They're like, hey, what if we put in a giant fucking toilet in this place to circle? That's where the biggest filter probably in the whole thing is at. It works just like a toilet.
Well, I feel comfortable because I'm usually scared when I'm dropping. So
That being said, every time I've been to a water park, I've definitely contributed to the piss in the.
Oh, fuck
I
yeah.
mean,
Every single
Raise
time.
your hand if.
yeah, I don't feel bad. Fuck you.
I mean, damn near
Yeah.
probably right into the way, like not even trying to hide, just out into just down your leg, dude.
Oh,
I'm not every body of water I've ever been in, I've peed in. 1,000%.
Oh yeah, everybody has. Yeah, it's funny. You go to even like an apartment pool. No, I mean that place is
Yeah.
bad because like like during the pandemic, another time I was single, I would get drunk all day long on a weekend at the pool. So I'm there and I never leave, and I'm constantly drinking like 20 beers.
You're the resident pool guy.
I was during the pandemic, during the dark times.
He was.
During the dark times. I was going through another breakup, and I would just go to the pool and just hang out there, and I would just I know I look very successful.
You know,
but
there's
no.
couples peeking out the window in bathing suits that like want to go out there. It's like,
Oh, I know.
yep, man, the sad man's out there again. We'll try again tomorrow.
Oh, they do. But I like to party though.
Honey, is he out there?
Yeah.
Hey, he's ripping another line. Jesus Christ.
I think he's peeing in the pool. God damn it.
Well, it was good because when I was in the pool, you can't tell that I'm crying because my face is wet. So I loved it. It was a perfect time. Oh, good pandemic days. Lockdowns. Yeah, that just couldn't go to a bar. Yeah.
Bro,
it's-
breakups have to be tough. Is it
Yeah, I
fun?
take it hard.
Is there a fun part of it? No. Tough isn't cool. Like tough isn't. There has to be fun parts to it.
Oh, no. It's been 2 weeks. And if I get sad, this is what I do on my phone. Let me show you. It's actually helped me. Whenever I get sad and I think, what would Jack Nicholson do? So I look at my phone. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson. Because Jack Nicholson wouldn't get depressed over his ex. He wouldn't call his ex-girlfriend or text her.
No.
Jack go, get the fuck out of here, bitch. You know, that's what I'm doing. And it makes me feel better. I
That's
don't know,
what you
mentally.
need. You need to pull up your biggest gaggle of jacked friends. Go hit Old Town.
Yeah.
Find just some new heat.
That might be the next step right
How
now.
long,
Yeah.
How long were you with old girl for?
A year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah. So it
Definitely
But-
some time.
was sad. I thought she was the one. And obviously I was wrong. And so.
You need to go to Old Town with Final Stop crew.
You don't want these dirtbags.
Yeah. I'll pick him a straight. I'll pick because you had a girlfriend.
Oh, I
Yeah.
watched fucking Andrew. Oh my god. All right, my buddy
You feel
Andrew.
real good about yourself.
Well, you guys got a good Patreon, so I can probably get a stray from one of the.
Well, just don't. Just you have. Are you a follow through? Like if you go out to like pursue chicks, are you a guy that can just walk up and be like, "Hey, what's up? My name's Geof."
I have not done that for so long. In the past, no.
That's not you.
No.
What's your game?
Well,
What's
it was
your
Bumble
Riz like?
last time. It was the dating
Okay.
end. Yeah, but I mean, sometimes if I'm at a bar and I've been drinking and I have my personality, then I can do the walk up. Hey, how you doing? You know.
That's nice though. Honestly, if I was single, I'd be running bits on bitches on Bumble.
No,
Say
it's
that
good,
3
yeah.
times fast.
Right.
Well, right now I'm in the process of fixing myself. There's some, yeah, that part, yeah, just fixing myself. That's, and we'll move back. 'Cause I'm 41. You know, we'll just work on fixing the problems with Geof because that'll hinder the next one.
I feel that.
Yeah. Hey, look.
I knew you were wound so tight.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, there's a dark side here.
I just saw in his eyes. My bad for asking.
Yeah, no. No, this is the part where I'm going to cry on the show. We're going to do that. No, what would Jack Nicholson do? Yeah.
Take out that phone and look at Jack right now.
Definitely call me a hard R for sure.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson.
What are you pussy crying over a cunt? Come on. Be a man. You know, that's what Jack would tell me to do.
One of the best things about working with Geof is you don't, like, I didn't realize he was 41 either. You know what I mean? I thought he was my age, like
Young soul.
33 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he pulls out these Jack Nicholson references. You know what I mean? And the thing about Geof is all his references are like 10 years older than mine. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, like, what was the last, like, movie you be referencing?
Oh, I don't know. Whenever they show him on Sports Center at the Lakers games, dude,
Oh.
I've never seen the fuck. I mean, I know the references from like The Shining and shit.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
like,
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like if you were to make references from movies, right? Like mine would be like Superbad, Old School, maybe like well, this is sound bad. Anchorman. You know what I mean?
Mine's like yeah. Our difference is like 7 years. Mine's a little bit like Step Brothers. To me is the most quotable movie of all
Okay,
time.
yeah,
'cause that
definitely
came out
Step
when I
Brothers.
was like that. Will Ferrell had a run during my come up from like. I remember Old School a little bit. Is Old School Gators Bitches? Better
Oh
than
no,
Jimmy's?
that's I know you're talking. That's
is that?
the other guys. The other guy,
Yeah,
him
is
and
Boston.
Mark Wahlberg.
Boston,
Mark
Mark Wahlberg.
Wahlberg.
Yeah, that's
that
Gator.
one.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
so-
has the best intro with The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, they
my
just
God.
fucking
Jump.
they just run and jump off and aim
Yeah.
for the bushes.
And you're like, they're gonna live. They're gonna live, and they don't.
What's the
fucking
most
live.
underrated, funniest movie I've ever seen? Like I never really when it came out, I never saw it, and then my brother goes, "No, you got to see it."
Division III football's finest. Though. Have you ever seen that with Andy Dick? Dude,
No.
Oh yes,
he plays
oh
a
my
football
God,
coach.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
He's
yeah.
at this Division III football school,
With
and
the
like the
spiked
way it
hair and-
starts is he's like in college. There's 3 divisions. And it's like Division 1 where you get scholarships and shit and pussy, and Division 2 where you get like pretty much that, but not as much. And then it's like Division 3 where you get no academic scholarships. You still live on your mom's futon, and your coach is this asshole. And then it just cuts to Andy Dick with like a leg brace on. It's like, and he's living in his mom's trailer, cracking eggs into a fucking blender. It's fire.
Okay, what's the name of this? I'd never seen this.
Division III football's finest.
I think it came out like
Never
what
even heard of that.
2015.
They've taken it off of 3 streaming
I bet.
services.
Oh,
I follow it
shit.
around. I've petitioned to try and get it back on.
So it's really good. That's a secret one. That's like it's good.
yeah,
You're
because it's
missing out.
low budget and shitty. Half the premise is like the linebacker just has a perk problem. Like it's not a
Yeah.
it's not a well written movie.
No, that's fine with me. I love it. Like there's a movie like what's I was telling you guys on maybe a prior podcast with Artie Lang called Beer League about beer league softball.
It's pretty tough. It's good.
It's hilarious.
It's one of those movies that has like hot chicks on the cover from like the early 2000s,
Kinda
like Sex Drive type shit.
One girl from The Sopranos is on it. It's a bunch of New Jersey. A lot of Soprano people are on it. Artie Lang's on it. Yeah, he's a degenerate beer league softball player.
It's pretty tough.
Oh, it is hilarious. It's my future pretty much at this point. Yes, it's one of those underrated great comedies. Beer League with Artie Lang.
I respect that, bro. For some reason, I could get wildly successful at stand-up, enough so to like go really hard for 15, 20 years and then like retire or only do stuff on like the weekends every so often.
Yeah.
I'd fuck up a beer league, dog. What? Like mandatory 6-pack, 7th inning inspection. Like I need to make
fuck yeah.
sure you killed 6. Like just fucking around. Like oh my god.
Well, that's the problem.
So
They're degenerates. They get fucked up, and there's like another team that takes it super serious, and that's his lifelong rival.
I could see myself going that direction.
Yeah.
Also. I would lose to one guy that I deemed myself a better athlete than, and then like fuck that. And
Yeah.
cut to a training montage of me trying to relive the glory days.
Yeah, that's a good scene right there. That's the thing. See, I've always had the athletic fantasies, and when I played high school sports, I sat the bench. But you've actually got the good stuff. You've got the good experience, and I just want to live through it a little bit if I could. Like,
Define good. Like what are you picturing in your head? Like Blue Mountain State?
no,
That's
like
what I pictured, and it's a lie.
no, because like I was on the basketball team, but I was like Rudy. I made the team because I worked really hard, but I was never going to touch that floor.
Oh, you were that nigga that got like claps from the whole stadium if you went in?
Yeah, not even that. I was Rudy without the likability. I was a bitter Rudy, and yeah, so it's kind of like that. But you like because here's the thing: you played. I'm a huge football fan, NFL, whatever. But you played. No.
He's like, not your shit, pussy.
No.
You know, guys that
Let
made
me
it,
explain. I always ruin
guys that
things.
worked out.
So
No.
innocent with the NFL, obviously, but you're
But no. I got
Your horse shit as well.
I'm embarrassed because I do not follow because I don't know, the transfer portal shit freaks me. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe if you guys are big enough names, I'll see you when you get there.
Yeah, I'm like that guy. People watch comedy. Are you on Netflix? They're like, I don't want to be that guy.
Motherfucker, that's what it's like. That's all.
I'm that asshole. I'm sorry. No,
you're
what I
straight.
meant was like, no, because I mean, you told me you went to Washington, which is a Pac-12
Yeah.
school. That's awesome.
Pac-12 is big.
Yeah. What? Tell me what that process was like. I'm just curious because I want to live through the dream here.
It's weird because from the age of like 15, you're getting your nuts fondled by grown men. Like, not really.
Are you
but,
getting
like,
molested? Like
No, like not at. Well, I don't know. They do it at Penn State, but like.
Yeah, so I thought it was at Penn State. It's like, well,
no,
maybe we
but
should
like
cut.
from the time they realize you're good, it's you kind of get pushed to the front, and not just like
Yeah.
best player on your team good. Like I was this is brag. He's not to talk about
No,
it on
no,
comedy
no,
shit.
no.
It's not funny, but it's like
Yeah.
I was like nationally good. I won Gatorade Player of the Year my senior year. Out
That's
here.
awesome.
Yeah. So it's like when you're that good, you just get fucking coaches are hitting you up, and
Yeah.
these guys are, oh, you're great. Come this. You're good. Which is all a lie, by the way. Everything.
Oh,
Everything they tell you before is just to get you to sign your life away, and then it's just like the army.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, do you want to come be fucking American Sniper? Do you want to come take out the bad guys?
Yeah.
And then they're like, go live on a boat and scrub dishes. Like that's what it is. And then you get there, and there's fun. Make no mistake.
Yeah.
It's the coolest shit in the world.
Oh, yeah, because you're a big man on
'cause-
campus.
Because 1% of people who play high school football get to do that. Now, I know, Jeff, that 1% of college football gets to play in the NFL. But
I'm an asshole. I'm a horrible human being. I'm being vulnerable. I'm
yeah, you know, and 1% of those guys make the Hall of Fame, Jeff.
That's true.
And 1% of those guys killed their whole family.
And those guys are my favorite, actually. Love me. We'll talk the juice if you want. I'm Bill's fan.
Quadruple homicide.
Just double.
Yeah.
None of that Anthony or Aaron Hernandez.
What's Seau do? So I think we're talking about it like it's stats. I think Seau hit a triple.
Oh, he killed people? I just killed himself.
Oh, is that what he did?
Junior Seau? Yeah, I thought he killed himself, shot himself in the chest, and then his note, study my brain, and suicide note.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah, Junior. Yeah, from
Who am I thinking? Oh, Chris Benoit.
That's wrestling.
Was that the
Yeah,
homie
yeah.
who
Pro
took out
wrestling.
his
Yeah.
whole family?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus
Yeah, that wrestling's fake, not that
I was
one.
just
yeah,
they say wrestling's fake. Huh?
no, CTE is real, guys. Are
Are you guys wrestling guys?
I'm casual. He's a big wrestling guy.
I'm learning to respect it more and more because I used to like it when I was little and I believed in the costumes.
Yeah.
And then I took a sec where I was like, this is gay. It's bros and thongs. I can see the track marks where they juice up. And then now I'm like, well, they are real athletes. And now because I'm kind of, it took me a while to break away. That was honestly the weirdest transition in my life, going from being I am athlete. Because in order to be an athlete, you have to even if you're not, you have to believe that you're God's gift to the world and that you're the best thing to ever happen to the sport that you're playing. Otherwise, you'll lose immediately because that's what the best players are thinking. So you'll get fucked up. And it's hard to go from that to being the best in comedy, not being the best at joking, but in comedy math, it doesn't make, it's not funny to be the best at anything. So it's So that's why I don't talk about sports really, because it's hard to be hey, I did a bunch of shit that y'all pussies couldn't, and they're sick, buddy. That's why Ellen's last special was trash. She's
yeah.
You know what it's like to be a billionaire, and you're what am I supposed to do with that?
Exactly. They lose touch.
Yeah. So that was the hardest transition, was going from being I am fucking testosterone.
Yeah.
To being I'm just a little clown boy who tells jokes.
That's interesting. I never thought about that perspective. Yeah, because when you're on stage, you're doing comedy. The audience, you want to show some vulnerability. They want to feel better than you in a little bit of ways. Oh, that guy, that poor sack of shit.
Yeah, this guy's just a fucking asshole like the rest of us.
Yeah.
But over there, especially playing quarterback, you want to walk in and they're oh, God has arrived. This is great.
Yeah.
The leader of the tribe is here to fucking take us to victory.
Yeah. Because it's like a battle in somewhat. Yeah.
And now it's the best comic in the room still gets fucking trashed by all the lower comics.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Hey, Pete, what do you think? You're good? Oh, you did a nice weekend for this big guy? Pussy. There's no winning, really.
Yeah, no, you just do one show, everybody forgets about it. You think you have a great show, oh, I'm a fucking man, I'm the god around here. And everybody at that show forgets you the next day.
That's the thing. It's nothing lives forever the way, comedy doesn't really live forever because you're still always judged on your, newest shit. You can make a fire album and it's oh, yeah, that thing was great, but, unless you die right after, that's why Tupac and Biggie are giant. Unless you die right after your fire album, you're gonna live long enough to see yourself put out mediocre shit.
Yeah.
Compared to the good stuff, where in football, if you start sucking, people just stare at what you're good at. They'll just go back.
Oh yeah.
The Yankees haven't won shit in a while, and they're but we still have
look at the banners.
Yeah, look at the fucking banners. That's from literally before you could let black kids learn the ABCs. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no black people could play baseball. Remember, they weren't even allowed in the league during the Babe Ruth era. Yeah,
your whole bullpens are dudes named Chad who moonlight as mechanics. What the fuck?
Harold and that wasn't their full time job. And then I gotta give credit to the Yankees of black and just one little bit, even though they didn't really play against better competition. Babe Ruth was drunk, hammered, and he still came out there and played.
Wasn't there some fucking asshole who threw a no on off acid?
Oh yeah, what's that?
Fuck.
Was he on the Pirate? This is like in the 70s?
Yeah, I heard a weird story about it. How he was like,
Yeah.
he didn't think he was gonna pitch that night.
Yeah.
he was like, oh, it's an off night, and this is like, like back in the day when acid was popping. He was like, yeah, I'll just fuck around.
That would have been
Yes.
so dope to drop acid at a baseball game, and you have like that view. If you're not playing,
Yeah.
If you're not playing,
Imagine being on the mound, being like, damn, they're paying me how much?
Well, this guy, hey, his head probably wasn't in the way. Like he felt comfortable and loose. Like, what the fuck? I don't give a shit.
Well, you
I
get
noticed in
the-
the documentary, but
Yeah, well, you pitched so many balls. I guess you get like muscle memory, and then
Yeah.
I don't know, or it's cheating. You're seeing like enhanced grab. Like, have you ever done acid or anything like that?
not yet. We'll see. The night's young.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, like psychedelics. Sometimes you'll start
Yeah.
seeing these like fucking planes of existence, or like these shapes are moving around. It's like I got heat-seeking missiles in vision and shit. He's throwing.
I didn't think of it that
Yeah,
way.
he might have been locked in,
Shit.
or he's probably.
I would
just-
say locked in. There was a kid in high school that was on the wrestling team, scrawny ass kid,
Yeah.
and he took acid and like won every match. that
Really?
day. Yeah.
And they didn't test him. Well, I mean, no, they don't
really-
test for acid.
Yeah.
I'm a nerd, as you can tell. My drug's alcohol.
I don't even know how you would test for it. I mean,
Yeah.
you can follicle test, right?
I would say it has to be follicle.
But
Yeah.
in like high school, where they just test what for weed and steroids, probably, and that's it. Yeah.
Pretty much. Oh,
Yeah.
getting steroid tested in high school was hilarious.
Did you get random ones because you're a football player?
Yeah, which
Yeah.
was like wild as shit. You would just come and they were like, "We need a little bit of your urine." You're like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm 6'1", 110 pounds right now. Do you think I'm on gear?
Yeah.
Also, do you know anyone that has gear? Because clearly I need. What are we talking about?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Is it kind of being? Nobody's ever asked me for that, so I'm like, oh, I'm a little jealous. But
Was there any kids that were juicing in high school?
You
don't gotta say names, but like-
not in high school. In college, yeah.
Oh yeah.
In college, juice was because there you're like you can smell the millions of dollars behind the next
Oh,
door.
yeah.
So you're like, what's a shot in the ass every so often?
Oh yeah.
If I could
Okay,
be
yeah.
fucking jacked and play for the Rams in 3 years.
Yeah. Even if you're a practice squad guy, you make more than most people make.
I have friends at every level, from like Buda Baker, who plays for the Cardinals, who
Yeah.
was the highest paid safety in the NFL, to guys that are in between the XFL and practice squad
Yeah.
type guys. The best spot to be, the quarterback that was ahead of me at Washington, has been the third string quarterback for the Bengals for like 4 seasons now.
Yeah.
Probably makes. Well, he signed a nice deal. He signed the biggest undrafted free agent deal that the NFL's seen. It was like $500,000, which for an undrafted rookie is
Yeah.
like, that's good money, or maybe it was a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
But then you make, I don't know, 110, 150 a
That's still
year
a good living.
to practice. And as a quarterback, you never get touched.
Yeah.
You don't travel to every game, so you get weekends free sometimes. Like, if
Oh really?
you're-
The third string guy doesn't go, or
You'll bring 2 most of the time.
oh yeah.
And then sometimes if you want, you'll bring the third guy, but he won't dress. It's like you're just hanging
Yeah.
out in sweats.
Yeah. So you get a free best
And
seats in
then-
the house. Yeah.
And then he just hit his they call it getting vetted, but if you hit 4 years, you get, depending on what deal you negotiate with the NFL, you can get anywhere from like $1,500 to $4,000 monthly, and then you get dental,
Oh
medical,
shit.
all
For
that.
life.
Yeah, well, because I mean, you're putting your body through fucking
Oh yeah. You better. Yeah. Yeah.
through hell, and it's like even the players who get paid the most are still not. They're only getting a fraction of like what the game made that day. In
Yeah.
Coca-Cola money. Like.
Interesting. Yeah, because we talk about like comedy money, but
Oh, I've been
NFL
getting
money. That's
I've been
different.
getting fucked for a minute. I got screwed in. I got to college 2 years after they canceled the NCAA game, and then I left college 2 years before they implemented the.
Oh, where the
national-
players get paid
the
now.
name, image, and likeness. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Because like when we went my freshman year or redshirt freshman year, we played Bama in the college
Yeah.
football playoffs. No, it's not the AFC Championship game. But-
I'm not an asshole. I'm sorry. I feel bad.
Yeah, I know it's only the greatest college dynasty the world's ever known.
Did you at least get to meet Saban?
I did.
Shake his hand. Oh,
we
you
went
did?
to the College Football Hall of Fame, which is in Atlanta, which we
Yeah.
were playing him at, and we did this like that dude's scary as fuck. He's 5'6" and has a 28-inch waist, and we were doing this. They just fill your time with the bullshit. We're at the
Yeah.
College Football Hall of Fame. We did this VR tour, and then there's a milkshake making contest, and they're like filming it for promo or whatever. But like
yeah.
we're sitting in this big room, and there's a fence split down the middle, and it's Washington on one side and Bama on the other.
Yeah.
And Coach Saban's sitting like honestly like as far as me and Josh is sitting right now, but we're both facing like you.
Yeah.
And he's like, he just kind of looks at me and he was like, hope you guys, go out there and give us a good run. And I just kind of shook his hand. I was like, thank you, God. I was like, I'm not going to touch the goddamn field at all. I don't know what you're talking to me for.
I know, it's because the camera's on him, right?
Yeah, I'm
For the
halfway
thing,
pulling
yeah.
for you guys. I want to see you guys fuck
Yeah.
up Ohio State in the next round.
I think, does he come, well, when the cameras weren't on, did you ever meet him in that situation? Like, is he just like I always got the feeling he was an arrogant ass.
He's not arrogant, but you have to think he's the most important person in the state, in a state, including state officials. Like,
Yeah, oh yeah.
he's the most notable, like probably in multiple states, in all honesty. And like
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole SEC, that fool can walk around and run for any public office he wants and probably win in a landslide, and like an unchallenged landslide.
Oh yeah. He well, an Alabama coach, I mean, that's their whole life is
Yeah.
Alabama and meth.
He would
football,
literally
yeah.
run on the platform of like, how many rings do you have? That would be his whole thing.
yeah.
And he would smoke people off the fucking ballot.
Oh, yeah.
Herschel Walker, bury his ass.
Oh yeah.
Bro, Herschel up against Coach Saban on a ballot, we're losing.
Oh shit. Where did Herschel go? Did he go to Georgia?
Yeah, that would be fun.
Oh fuck yeah.
In an SEC matchup for the ages, Republican candidate Nick Saban and ultra Republican candidate Herschel Walker,
Oh man, and Herschel Walker, a very eloquent speaker, by the way.
black super Republican candidate Herschel Walker.
We gonna win that. We gonna win the election like the game. I remember watching him in those videos. I was like, oh, this is bad.
He's like, but look at my traps though. He's like,
There's CTE all over that guy. Yeah.
it's not good to get hit in the head. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, tell me, you're not gonna go Chris Benoit or anything, all right?
No, I didn't get hit. Yeah, I didn't get in the head too much. Especially like after high school, I didn't play too much. I went to Washington for 2 years and didn't play more than like a couple snaps and a couple games, and then transferred to NAU, and I started there, but I started 9 games and then snapped my ACL.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that we did a show up in Flagstaff. I was like, yeah, that's always the worst injury. Oh shit.
It's all right. The injury itself doesn't hurt at all. You're just more like, oh no, because it's a specific sound. It sounds like
What's a snap?
Yeah, it sounds like a mega rubber band, like just getting like broke, and you're like, and then mine was non-contact too, so like,
on the ground.
I just stepped into a throw, and it went. You just hear like this gunshot go off, and you fall because you're like, and then you're holding it, and you're like, oh, okay, this is
it.
Well, it just feels hot, like you're just the inside of your knee is hot, and you're like, never felt that before. That's not good. I can tell you that's a problem. and then you can walk off the field. So you're like trying to convince yourself. You're like, it's fine, just a little tweak, tweak. My knee always feels like there's molten lava in it. It always feels this way.
We've been through this before.
Dude, and then my trainers were dog shit too. I'll say that to any camera. What up, Chris? You suck at your job.
Call him out. No.
You bitch ass. No, he's all right. He just shouldn't let me do this one thing, because like when you tear your ACL, it's and I only tore my ACL somehow the first time, like nothing else with an L. It's it like sits on this like socket thing like this. Yeah, and it's a side to side movement, but forward is cool. You can go forward fine. So like I get up and my knee's literally dripping off of my body, and I'm like, I'm fine. Because I threw a couple picks already, and I'm like, I need to get back in the game. Save my FCS football team that I'm playing on. Maybe we'll beat Northern Colorado.
I had my parlay on NAU that game. I remember.
Christ.
Man. Sorry to break that to you. no, it's okay.
And dude, I go on the sideline, and I'm like, I'm trying to convince this guy. I'm like, I'm fine. And I'm running forward, and it's cool. And he goes, you might actually be ready to like get back in the game. He goes, just do a little cut for me. And I do a cut and just fold immediately. Immediately take out the rest of the L's. Like the rest of the L's were chill until I did that. And it was like MCL, PCL, just right out the window.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, dude.
Because you're watching a game, you see the player's face when they're on the cart, like, you just know they know it's over when it happens.
I was crying. I was like,
oh,
damn.
no, I don't blame you. Fuck yeah.
I should have stayed at Washington. The parties were way better up there, dude.
Well, that's the thing. We were talking about Nick Saban and NAU. I always had this idea. If Nick Saban, obviously his record is great. He's one of the greatest coaches ever, college coaches. What if he coached at NAU, said, fuck it, I want to prove I'm the greatest. I'm going to go to NAU. I'm going to build this program and do a national powerhouse. You think he could do that?
They don't have the money to pay the players the way that he's been doing at Alabama.
That's the catch. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they 1,000% have been. So I won't name names, but I have a couple buddies that went to Bama that definitely had no doll hairs anywhere in their family lineage, and then all of a sudden catch a couple touchdowns and now drive Camaros. And you're like, okay, well,
okay.
Because the way that they do like stipends and shit in college is the NCAA, it's bullshit. But they would go through and do like, they would evaluate what the cost of living is in in a spot, and Alabama has like the lowest fucking cost of living.
Oh,
so, like,
I bet, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, and they pay it so like everyone's margins are around like once you pay your rent and your utilities and all that shit, you have like we got paid $1,600 and my rent was $900 and my car payment was $100. So after that, you had like $600 for the month for like they gave you a meal a day, but like that's still food and fuck around money and weed and like that goes away like fucking. There's no Camaro money in that bitch at all, and their split was like, I can imagine to live in Tuscaloosa, you're paying anywhere more than like $700 for a fucking spot, and their checks were $1,350.
Oh man, they're like gods over there too. They're like,
no,
we'll cut you a deal, boy. Come on over here.
There's no wonder they're winning, but now they're gonna get bought out because now and this you might not give a fuck. This is not comedy, but
no, it's all
the NIL is gonna fucking screw it because now you can just pay them. Now these big companies in California can be like, you gotta come play for us, we'll pay you because the school can't pay you. Yeah, but
is that? I'm totally like oblivious to. So how does it work?
The school can't pay you. So name, image, and likeness. This is how the NCAA skirts around keeping all their fucking money. The school doesn't pay you, and you don't get a cut of the advertising money during the games, which is like where the billions of dollars come from. But what you can do is use your name, image, and likeness on the outside. So like if Subway wants to sponsor you, or like all these basically like all the bigger players on the schools they play for, whatever brand endorsement you have, like if you're a Nike school, generally you'll get a Nike contract as well, which is like the way it's always been. Like when I played at Washington, Coach Pete, my coach, he had his own separate Nike deal. Like he had a deal with Nike too, so it's like he's catching money on the side as well. Why can't we catch some money?
Exactly. No, that was the
now
problem
you start to see these kids. I mean, now it's not a problem because get your money. We're doing some shit that's hard. But
fuck yeah,
it's a problem. There should not be 18-year-old millionaires just walking the fuck around.
Well, then if you get hurt or something, they're done with you, and then you're forgotten.
That is the plus side though, because if you're a 5-star recruit, like there's this quarterback, he's the biggest one in the country who just went to Tennessee. His name's Nico. I mean, he's Pauly, so Nico and like nine vowels, and
tongue up by low and kind of that vibe.
He was literally a millionaire before he got to college. He signed an Adidas deal before he got to college, and you're a social media influencer at that point.
Ah, that's right.
So you can he has a YouTube channel of him like just working out. Anytime he does private quarterback training, film it. Anytime he's out studying film it. Like just. You can now monetize every aspect of football, which is tough. It's not just...
That sounds way better for him.
Yeah, well, it does allow for the fact if you're like me, like if this shit would have come out when I was still in college, being the starting quarterback in a small town, not that it's the same as being a notable guy in like a big school, but like it's pretty fucking sweet, bro. I'd have had for sure, like all of our coaches had, I don't know, Coconino County Ford or whatever, like company cars. I 1000% would have gotten like a nice Ford Focus for something to like a nice cutout in the dealership, have a Canes deal, just like little stuff. They have them on now. Like there's a really good, we have in NAU they have like the best cross country team in the world. On the world,
I did not know
in
that.
The country.
Oh,
it's cheating. It's at 7,000 feet, so you get to train.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get to train at where other people are at sea level. So they're like freaky good. A couple of
God is
Olympians.
their PEDs.
Yeah, and they have deals with like Canes and shit. Like last time I was up there doing a show, like you just walk in and it's like on the menu. They're like Christian, whatever the fuck, eats the box combo. And you're like,
man, I never followed a cross country person in my life. Like,
well, especially in those little towns, they're all like independent franchises. So like, the Carl's Jr. in town is not. It's not owned by Carl. It's owned by some guy who's like, I like the football program. We're season ticket holders. Do you want to come do a photo shoot?
Oh shit!
Stuff like that.
Yeah. And I love doing that. We did that show at the Orpheum Theater, and I love that place
fun.
actually. It's like because there's no comedy club in that town, but when we went there, the one I did, I think it was pretty packed actually.
Makes you feel like you're doing well at stand up.
Yes, it does.
Like,
yes. Yeah, actually, it's not just a green room; it's a real backstage.
Yeah, you're like, hey, there's a sound system that doesn't come down in here. They leave this up. Yeah,
and they're excited because it's on a Saturday or Friday night. You're the town that night, and I always had fun going to Flagstaff.
It is. I did a show with Noel Miller up there, it's the biggest show I've ever done. We did 1,000 people up there. And
wow.
Dude, it was just all underage children that camped out for like 6 hours and were definitely drunk in line. Because like it's not an adult venue. It's on like a theater on campus. So it's just these kids.
Oh, it's a school one.
It's just kids with clear fucking water bottles. And I'm like, not all of you guys are that thirsty. Like no one's out here. And it's all small sipping. They're trying not to make faces with like peach schnapps or something. Like,
oh, man.
Yeah, but it was fun. You go up there and do a college show. That was the
What was that like for college crowd?
that was the first time, because honestly, that's kind of what kickstarted kind of moving around to some of the clubs. That was the first time that I got to perform with a guy that had a fan base of that following. Because like generally the headliners I got to work with at that point, like if they had 50 people in the room, 10 of them knew who they were beforehand. We're like, this motherfucker sold out like maximum capacity, 1,000 people, and like when I walked out, like it felt like event energy. Like most of the time when we do comedy, it's a comedy show. Yeah. That shit was in event. So like you walk out, these people are just excited the show is starting. Like, they're like, hey, gentlemen. Because I had to walk out just a cold open because I was hosting. It's like, Daniel.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, you guys don't know who I am. You're just fucking happy. You're just, A, you're all lit children. Yeah. But B, you're juiced to be here.
No, that's awesome. Those are those guys I was telling him. I've opened for guys like that who have a following from a podcast or something. Mm-hmm. Average Joe would not know who they are, but when that audience is there for them.
In that room, it's
fun.
Like, and like they come out for the first 10 minutes and do like just very deep cut podcast shit where you're like, I didn't get what's a Jaharbi? I don't listen to that, but I mean that just crushed for 1,000 people. So I don't know.
You're like, oh shit, you're making money at this, and they're all here for you. Yeah, it's some there's some clubs in town where you open for somebody, nobody knows who they are. Like you said, maybe 1 or 2 people know who they are.
You know what? Those make you feel good about comedy the same way though. Where you're like, you're headlining?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at you.
Facts. Like, these are all old people at this show. Like,
they got the free chicken tenders from their Groupon.
Like, look at, if you're no name, ask it. All right.
Yeah. That can help you. And sometimes they're fun, but the crowd, it's like Groupon crowds. I hate
Right.
those.
Well, because then sometimes you can go with the big ones. Like, if you're doing like a sold out show, like if you're stand up live and someone's sold out, fucking 4 shows.
Yeah.
That's almost like, okay, well, how the fuck did you, like, that's not that it's unfathomable, but you're like, I'm not close enough to that to understand how the fuck you got there.
Oh yeah.
This works like that.
How the fuck did you sell 1,000 tickets over 4 shows in a weekend? That's crazy.
Yeah, Thursday through Sunday, we met. Me and him met formally. Well, I was opening for a guy who did that.
Yeah,
Thursday through Sunday, every show was sold out, and it's like mind-boggling to me. It's like,
and it's even crazier when it's off of just a real stand-up or entertainment career, not just like some TikTok shit. Because I can fathom that. Because I had a reel that did 2 million, and I could imagine if every reel you did just did 2 million, and it's like. It's a quick following like that where they're like, hey, we'll go see the guy. I never want to be the guy. You want to be like, oh, I know Daniel from the thing because he puts out a bunch of shit that I watch.
Yeah, and I enjoy it.
Not that guy does the elbow shit. Like we're just like dancing. And it always makes me sad when you see a comic like sell out and resort to just like internet tactics where they're just like floating ahead commentating something. And you're like, God damn it. Just write a punchline.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to film a clip.
Yeah, well, this person's not going to fall and bust their labia every week for you to fucking for you to talk about. So like,
yeah, exactly.
Go reach back into that one time your mom called your dad a fucking scumbag bastard and tell a joke about that on stage.
Yeah, get real. Now the darkness, something makes people feel like, you make the audience feel bigger than you, I guess, or they make them feel superior. That makes I don't know. That's what I always thought.
Only people who get away with making the audience feel like inferior is old head black comedy where you come out in like a really expensive watch and your suits like Cedric the Entertainer type guys were like you're like, oh, your whole outfit is $4,000. Like you're a rich motherfucker, you're gonna talk about rich motherfucker shit. I don't,
because that's what's gonna happen. Or
what else is he supposed to talk about? He's been getting dropped off in Rolls Royces everywhere. He's been going for like 20 years. Yeah,
as long as he's not talking down, it's just like, it's funny, that's the rich guy. I'm trying to think of who else. Who's the pimp comic?
Cat Williams.
Yeah, kind of like that where he throws money at the crowd.
This guy's in here in some jeans Shaq should be wearing, a fucking fedora that's bedazzled, horseshoe belt buckle, and you're like, and a silk press haircut. Yeah. And is just talking about things white people do wrong. And you're like, how did that sell?
Yeah, it works. Yeah, he's doing great.
It's like major audiences too. Its audience is mixed. It's just it's like it's black people, but then there's a bunch of white people like, we did do that.
Yeah, guy, he's pretty out there, huh?
White people. Let me tell you something, white people. You're just like, I am listening. I'm curious.
I'm not gonna lie. Anytime a black person roasts white people for white people stuff, we're always like, I didn't realize. We liked mayonnaise that much.
When I
It's like-
when I explained to my girlfriend, I think it's a comics bit, but when I explained to her what a white people taco night is, and I showed her like the little sound that goes with it, but where it's just like all like shit from fries, like there's no like it's Kraft shredded Mexican cheese, and like she was like, "What? Yeah, that looks like my tacos and shit that I had growing up." I was like, "Yeah, that is a white that is a white people fuck." You bought
Ortega shells.
Yeah, Ortega shells. Only white people were like, "Do you know what would make a taco shell even better if we put two 90-degree angles on it so it stood up?" Because that was the problem. Mexicans like, no, you just never put it. Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
God
it's
damn
so
it.
horrible. It's a tortilla chip.
No, but if you don't get the carne from a place where you had to like just point to something because they didn't know what you were saying, it doesn't count, bro.
Yep.
If you didn't make at least some of the shit that's using tortillas in there on your own, I don't even want it.
Those taco shells need to be. You could tell they were in a fryer. Those are the ones I like.
Yeah, if it's
you can
not
see through them.
if it's not dripping, you'll go to a white people taco night where the plate will just be spotless. You don't even need a napkin. There's nothing dripping out of it. The only thing that falls out is the Kraft cheese. That's the only
I'm talking about.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the shredded Kraft cheese. Oh, we had white taco night. I remember. I was like the Ortega shell. But you know,
That's
it's
all
funny.
I knew until I moved out to Arizona.
Yeah.
which
yeah,
is
bro.
white.
And then you go somewhere else and you're like, oh,
Went to the I can't even fucking say it right now. Carniceria.
yeah.
And I asked for cheese on the taco, and they were like, "What the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
do
You
you
know
want?"
cheese on taco.
You're
Yep.
like, what are you doing?
They're like, "You can have some crema."
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Throw that on. The hell?
Yeah, There's no cheese on the no queso. No queso.
Well, I didn't know unless you live in a place where like there's a heavy like Latino community, you don't understand. Like, I was listening to the Are You Garbage podcast, and one of those motherfuckers was like, I think the first time I had a burrito, I was married to my wife already. And you're just like,
Really?
I guess like who's not eating burritos?
Yeah, I mean, even as a kid, you would go to. I mean, I would go to Filiberto's or a Mexican restaurant.
But I guess they don't have that. Like, what if all the people you live by are just not cans?
Yeah.
What if you live in like what if you live in Ohio?
That's true.
And you're supposed to go to Bob's Taco Shop. I'm not going in there.
You think somebody would have immigrated there and be like, "I'm going to start my own. I'm going to break ground here with this authentic Mexican." In
Yo, I'm
Cleveland.
not gonna lie. Like moving out here, right? You get all this different food.
Yeah.
Real Mexican food.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
hella good.
Oh yeah.
Went back home, tried the Mexican food back there, and I'm just like, there's no flavor.
It's not the same.
That's sad.
It was.
Yeah, you think somebody would like move out there and be like, no, this is my dream. I'm across the border. I'm going to swim over the Rio Grande, and I'm going to Fairfax, Virginia, and I'm starting the best Mexican restaurant. I think somebody would have done that by now.
Well, you know what it is? It's because if you're the only one, it's still not. You're still not beating the narrative that the Mexican food's not good. Like it's like if you're in a relatively big city like Minnesota, there's not. The narrative's there's gonna be more shitty Mexican spots than good Mexican spots. So they're not gonna put importance on it. They're gonna be like, why would I eat Mexican food when we do fucking Swedish food so well up here? I could go get some
Eat poutine
Scandinavian
over there,
shit.
best taco place in Phoenix.
Taco Boys. It's right down.
Yeah, you
where's
know,
Taco
7th
Boy?
and Roosevelt.
It's right down here. Yeah, Taco Boys.
I know
is
one by
gas.
you where you got robbed. McDowell's Taco Meach.
Taco Meach.
Is that what it's
Anything with
called?
meat in it, I'm down for it.
Yeah, Taco Meach. It's right by that Circle K. That gentleman, the retarded gentleman, that tried to distract you.
The fucking retarded 12-year-old.
Yeah, it's like maybe you just wanted some tacos. That place is good. Taco Meach. Where's Taco Boys?
Anything that does. You said what?
Where did you said Taco Boys?
Is 7th Street and Roosevelt.
Yeah.
I will go there.
Right. Anything that doesn't have get an absurd amount of your own salsa bar, I don't want it.
Yeah, exactly.
If it has it behind a lock and key and they just they assume what you want. Like there's this new hotness out here. It's called Torchy's. Have you been to it yet?
No.
So I guess it moved over from Dallas. It's supposed to be this big show. It's basically corporate white people taco night. It's
I hate that. I hate
No,
that.
it's Ortega shells, right?
but they're like assholes about the sauce. They have like 6 different sauces that are really good, but I have an opinion on what sauce should go with what fucking what thing. And they just give it to you on the side, and I have a real problem with that. If you go ask for extra, they charge you for it. And I was like,
what
this is how you know white people run this shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was like, because Mexicans know that the salsa is the least expensive fucking thing in this whole concoction. You slang that shit for free. I almost come back to this bitch just for the salsa verde, you dumbasses.
Oh,
Do you think I want the chicken that bad? I can make better chicken.
I'm trying to run a business here. That kind of bullshit.
Yeah, I'm trying to run a
guys,
business
listen
here.
These people will buy it.
You do a frail Jew very great.
I usually do have you seen my white guy voice? And I have one already. But what's that show? At the movie where the kid played for the Cubs. He hurt his arm and he got this super strong
Rookie
arm.
of the Year?
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
The dad in it, the stepdad that tried being his manager. I talk like this, and every time I just do that voice, I talk like him. And
I didn't even realize
Yeah.
the dad was trying to be his manager until you just said it.
Yeah, yeah,
That
that's
is
it.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That is a white thing to do.
You just took him you took him as a good guy at face value. You're
I
like,
totally did.
just trying to help his anomaly of a son out. You know,
I was
He's-
like, what's the conflict here?
well, he was, I think, mom's boyfriend. So it was even worse. Even
Yeah.
more scumbag.
oh, yeah, he's not trying to cash in on this
Oh, no.
at all.
Well, he was on The Sopranos. He played a scumbag too on there. Like,
Just getting typecast. As
yeah,
a
it is.
fucking,
Oh, he's great at it. He's
it wouldn't be a bad career. I wouldn't be mad if I got cast as a villain. That
oh yeah,
No way.
that-
I would, yeah.
It's not him, but the motherfucker that looks like the blonde guy from Friends seems to have a great living. You know, I'm talking about the bar or the guy who works. His name's Gunther. The guy who works behind the
I
counter.
honestly,
in Friends.
I never really liked Friends. I don't really remember. I just
really-
know Jennifer Aniston.
really-
Same.
Smoking hot body.
Really
and I'm still in
whitewashing
love with
myself here.
it. Yeah.
Any
Daniel's more whiter than us.
yeah, any King of Queens fans out there?
I like Seinfeld. That is why. My,
Yeah, big Seinfeld. Actually, I never got behind it.
Oh, really? Oh,
I don't
Friends
find-
over Seinfeld?
I don't find Jerry amusing.
Well, no, not Jerry. Honestly, he's not the funniest guy on the show. It's George or Jerry.
Well,
Or
and
George
then-
or Kramer.
And then I watched Curb, and I was like, I wish Larry just would have acted in Seinfeld
yeah.
the whole time, because I know he has like parts and shit.
Oh yeah,
but,
he's
like,
George Steinbrenner. He's the lawyer with the cape.
yeah.
Yeah, Larry's in it scattered.
But you can, but then you watch Curb, and you're like, oh, you were like the.
The brains.
I know that Jerry probably helped a lot, but like, either Jerry was cool with you just ripping off basically his idea for Curb,
Yeah.
or Seinfeld was your idea, and you're like, I'm taking this and I'm fucking moving over to.
We made it better. I didn't say better. Curb is good in your own way. It's more edgier. They do things. I mean, they do race, sex stuff that you can't. They never.
Well,
would have
just
done Seinfeld, yeah.
Larry to me is funnier. They're both old complainy Jews, but the Jerry's more uppity, Upper East Side. I'm better than you. I
Yes.
dress nicer. I don't shake hands. I don't hug. And
Yeah.
Larry's like, I'm gonna wear khakis, and even
Yeah.
though I live in a McMansion, I'm still gonna
Yeah.
like haggle you over fucking 12 cents on a burger or something like that.
Yeah, he's still a normal. He still seems like a regular guy. You're totally right about Jerry. I've heard people, other comics, complain about that. There's like a
Just ask Kesha.
arrogance. Oh yeah,
That was a fun clip. He's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
cool.
No, I'm good. And it's just like, Jerry, don't be a dick for 1 minute. I mean, I know it's supposed to be like a funny Seinfeld moment.
And then Cardi B got him back. Did you see that?
no way.
She hit him with who are you?
Yeah. And she was like, that was for Kesha.
Ah, he's officially aged into the famous people don't know who he is.
Right?
They're like, who do you represent? He's like, I'm Jerry fucking Seinfeld.
Yeah, I heard him on Stern, and Stern asked him, was there a time in stand-up that you weren't good? Or he goes, no. It's just like, wow, you are a fucking...
Which is probably true, because in order to be that big, like you're like some of these, like Chappelle and them, you don't get that good without being God gifted at like.
Right, but isn't it like a rough night starting out?
That's what I'm
Like,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
It's not funny in comedy to be the best.
Yeah.
No one wants to hear you be like, yeah, I was the shit
Yeah.
since forever.
Exactly.
You kind of have to be like, I sucked. I mean, I got SNL at 17, but I sucked. I sucked a little bit.
Yeah, and
But
I
even
think
Rich Eddie Murphy... I'm sorry, Rob. No, go ahead.
I was thinking one of the points though of like someone that's always on top is like every other comic has to go through the journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, most of the top guys, if we're being real, none of them are, and that's the sad part about being where we're at is like, it's probably most likely not gonna happen that you're gonna reach the 1% of the 1% of the 1%.
Yeah.
Those guys kind of make it early for the most part. Rock, Chappelle,
Oh, yeah.
Seinfeld,
That is an interesting
Sandler,
point. Okay.
Spade, Chris Martin.
Now, other than being funny, right? What do you think else gave him the push to be great at the beginning?
Well, that's the other thing. So in order to get like that level, none of those
Yeah.
guys that reach it don't have it. You have to have a package as well. Generally, the and this works for girls too, but like the most appreciated package is just you're attractive.
Yeah.
And then right after that is you can be like absurdly ugly.
Yeah.
You can go the other way where you're
Yeah.
like Bruce or Ralphie or
Yeah.
Patrice, or like you can go the other, like you're jarring to look at. Like in my
Yeah.
opinion, that's Tristan's on that spectrum where
Yeah.
you're like, you're interesting as fuck to just look at as like a human being, because like what's
Yeah.
happening over here?
Yeah, Tristan
Bowling.
Bowling,
Yeah,
yeah,
Tristan Bowling.
Because there are people and
Yeah, very funny comedian.
on your podcast you guys host
The
together.
Final Stop, baby.
And it's on. You push the Patreon.
Oh, yeah, The Final Stop, bro. www.patreon.com/Final Stop. You get to hear everyone say things they shouldn't.
Yes, I was behaving today, so I didn't say the hard R today. I kept it together. No, Josh is like, "What the fuck, Jeff?" No, but no, I know you're saying there. Some people have like a look or something that you just want to keep. Like, was it Geechee Guy? Not Geechee. Well, maybe Geechee Guy. You ever heard of him? Mm-mm. Okay, maybe it was a bad example. Emo Phillips. How about Emo Phillips? You've heard
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
had that like, I talk like that. Yeah. And
There's a thing, or like if your thing is common, you have to be the most like Sebastian.
Yeah.
His voice is is the selling point, but he just sounds like every other fucking guinea. But he's the most guinea of them all.
Oh yeah, he milks it up and it just hey you doing kind of like that.
And he's physical as shit. Like
the dancing and
it's like sometimes you'll see guys where it's like they're doing okay, but they're like you'll only get so far minus your package. Like I come from the belief that like I get fought on this a lot. Like comedy's 49% jokes, 51% other shit.
I'm all with you a little bit. I think maybe a little more jokes, but I mean like the other shit like the look and persona.
Because like you need it. Like
Yeah.
every person who's in that 1%, they have the jokes. It's like being good. If you're in the NFL, everybody is a freak fucking athlete.
Yeah.
It's the guys that are better, the guys that like they have other shit that goes with it that like you just can't fucking like what do you want me to do when this guy can run a 4.2? Of course he's like that. Or Josh Allen 6'6", 240. Like what do you want me to do? They don't just grow those guys.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. You get guys like I think Chappelle popped off at 19.
Oh yeah,
Pete
he started young too.
Pete Davidson's like kind of like Tristan, where he's just like, oh my god, you just have a whole deal. His dad fucking died on 9/11. That counts as part of the
package.
as part of the package. Yeah, like you can't teach that. That's a
Yeah.
God-given skill.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing about Pete Davidson. Nobody recognizes him as a stand-up anymore. He hasn't really made a special. It's like a celebrity.
Tough. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it the Netflix one? And I don't know if it was true, but somebody wrote it for him. So
I mean, if you do SNL, I don't see how you have time to like really work the road as much as I feel like you should.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I mean when like you see those guys that sell out, all these like rooms and stuff. It's not even just the putting asses in seats that I'm like, I can't even fathom in my head. It's how like I'm still working on my first hour. Like I did my first headlining 51 minutes, and that was like 5 years into comedy. Like, how are you at the point where you're on like hour 4?
Oh yeah.
And like it's still good, and you write it.
Yeah.
Like at some point when I drop my first special, it'll be over 5, 6, 7 years before like, and that's to get to 1.
Right.
But then that's the biggest gap. Then from 1 to 2, it's like, if you're worth a shit, like you're expected to like, all right, 2 years is really the max you can push that before people are like, all right, where's like and then you have to just, I mean, Louis a freak and did 1 for a year.
Oh yeah, did it like every year.
That's wild. That's crazy. But like most like big guys, they'll give you 18 months, 24 months.
Yeah. Well, this thing of being on your own and doing your own YouTube channel or whatever, you can do the 2 years and make sure it's good first.
Right.
Like Louis, I think didn't he have like a Netflix deal? Like, and they're like, like Bill Burr, you need 1 every year now, or kind of.
Yeah. Well, and you also see it's not like you see the money from it. Like,
oh yeah.
I make not that they pay you a lot, but every time you put 1 out, you're like, I get so many more fans, and I can potentially sell more tickets, and like. The product doesn't have to be great if they believe in the fucking guy who's saying it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah, there's some guys I don't want to say famous like, man, this isn't as good as your first few. Not that you're funny, but you're just pushing it. Every year. Sometimes some things.
And not saying that like I don't put precedence on jokes. So I write and like I think I'm funny, but like I think there's guys that get too caught up in the like I'm not gonna work on. Let's just call it 50-50. As much as you work on your jokes, like the shit that falls in the other bucket is like social media presence. How you're perceived in the comedy scene is going to fucking... If people that don't like you, like I'm kind of looked at as like a little bit of a dickhead, but like it's a sliding scale. I'm also looked at as funny. So like if you're going to be a little bit of an asshole, you have to be funny.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you can't...
I don't think of you as a dickhead, I'll be honest.
Exactly.
You've always been nice,
like, he's an asshole. Get him on the podcast, Jeff.
Bro, fucking...
I'll ask for you, okay?
Dude's on my podcast like once a week. Like, I had to defend you at another open mic yesterday. You're like, what are you going to do, That's what they want me on a DBG and Friends.
Which I did that. That was very fun. Yeah, we had
Fun show, first Wednesday every month. If you want to come out to the old House of Comedy.
Yeah, see, push it. This is the time. We got 400 views on the first one. I think we can get.
Holy hell, that's not bad.
Yeah, it was good. We talked porn, so that's probably why.
Dana talked porn.
Porn, yeah.
So
well,
was
there was
good-
this
it was
part we edited, which we were talking about special needs porn. That didn't get into it. I don't know why I brought this up. We'll edit that out. Yeah. Look, I'm depressed and I've been off my meds. I mean, you're lucky I'm. Yeah, you guys are lucky I'm sitting straight up right now.
About to air this whole place out.
Yeah. I mean, I left my gun at home. Everything's fine, guys. No, everything's fine. No,
No, I'm saying you got to build the other shit. Like not only like how you're seen in the scene, but like, bro, the comedy etiquette that you watch some motherfuckers have is like insane to me. Or like the little amounts of like you'll watch dudes do a guest spot for someone at the House of Comedy and then like not speak to the headliner. Like a lot of this is like equity, right? So like I have to like I'm not just gonna like slide into fucking Bert Kreischer's DMs and be like, yo, let me open up for you at the fucking Mullet Arena.
Yeah.
I have not zero, but I don't have enough equity built up to fucking ask you. But like to ask now for guest spots at certain sets or like to hit up the booker, the big three and like work weekends. I feel like I have enough equity, but that took time.
Yeah.
And like some of the ways you can cut the fucking line is like if people see you perform and do halfway okay, then you're like locked. Then you can talk to people. So like you'll see some of these guys with like they'll finagle their way on to do a guest set at this place, and then they'll do they'll do good, and they'll just walk right past the guy headlining, and it's shit like that you're like,
oh yeah,
oh, all right, and that guy's gonna go back and he's gonna sit in his car and he's gonna listen to his jokes and it's gonna be funny and he's gonna get good, but like he also just missed, in my opinion, an equally important opportunity to like shake that guy's hand and be like, hey, I'm a comedian as well, nice to me. And even if like that doesn't lead to shit, then this is all like a game of putting lines in the water, and you might catch a fish on the first on the first one, or you might catch that fish 4 or 5 years down the line when you're starting to feature and that guy comes back around. He's like, I remember you. Yeah. Do you want to come on the road with me? And that's how your fucking origin story to selling out arenas starts.
Yeah. Well, no, and plus the headliner, it's their show. Show respect, at least. Even if you don't like the guy or gal, just say, hey, thank you.
That's the other part,
I was going to say, what kind of asshole gets a guest spot and doesn't?
It's my show, dickhead. Yeah. You're going to do my show and not be at least like appreciate you?
Grateful?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
sometimes you cut the line, you get lucky, be grateful for all it. Like I got in because another comic recommended me. Yeah. And I'm still like, if there's a headliner, whatever, even if I personally don't like them, still nice. Hey, it was good working with you this weekend. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Always just be nice and treat them with respect. And don't ask. There's some people, I'm not naming names, but they have like asked the headliners for stuff like, hey, you want to watch my reel? I have a script. I've heard this happening.
Cringe.
Yeah, wait, they're pushing shit?
Yeah, I've heard somebody did that. And
holy tits. That's wild. I couldn't
There's sometimes there's no shame.
Yeah,
I can be like, bro, I'm about to drop this reel. What do you think?
Yeah. They leave town. Sometimes you get lucky, and I've had some headliners be super cool. But yeah, there's some. Yeah, don't ask them for anything. They got their own career to worry about.
That's the other part too. Is it's the more that you start to work at like the bigger clubs, the more you realize that these motherfuckers do that shit every weekend. Yeah, you're not special in the slightest. Oh no. So like best case scenario is like you wear a fun shirt and you have a good set. So he goes, hey, you're that funny kid in the blue jacket last time. That's like really best case scenario is like they remember your face and they follow you on IG or whatnot. But like that happens to probably 2 kids a month that he fucking lets feature for him. So it's like that builds up over. It's like, he doesn't have enough dates on his schedule to fucking hook everyone up. So it's like,
and then you hear him on a podcast. Yeah, this guy opened for me, the local guy back in.
But then you'll fuck around and you see like Luis does 16 shows with Brian Callen over like 3 months. You're like, all right, so shit can happen.
It can happen, yeah, but don't. Focus on you getting funny, doing great, and don't annoy the headliner.
Because you can always
lucky.
look it up.
I'm not lucky, but right place, right time, and
1000%.
Yeah, that worked out good for him.
I was gonna bring that point up like earlier when we were saying like what's part of the package. Like half of it too, I think, was just being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
It's like you could be great and grind out in Phoenix, but
yeah,
you could do that for 10 years and not pop. You know,
that's
what I mean?
what the fuck I'm saying. Or you are all hang out here a little bit, and then I'll move to New York, where there's definitely more black Jewish people. For sure. I'm the only one here who does stand up. I know for a fact there's another one at least over there.
No. I mean,
And if his Disney Channel black joke is better than mine, I'm gonna be fine.
you got a sitcom. Yeah, there you go.
That's what bro. I would like to, if I could do a nice 3-camera sitcom.
Yeah.
I know they're a dying art form, but just because I grew up on those, I would love
Yeah.
to do just a shitty like.
Do it like on. I mean, you're on. I mean, I know the production is quite expensive. Like a YouTube thing. You don't need these fucking people anymore.
I just
Nobody
wanted.
watches TV. Anyway.
I just wanted to be I always wanted to be a part of like a paused celeb intro studio audience break where like fucking Pharrell comes in and like
Oh yeah.
and I just have to sit there like in normal conversations we all sit there in silence whenever someone enters the room. It's like,
yeah, it's like the Fonz is.
what are you doing here? But like you gotta wait for the crowd to mellow down.
That is a
you're
cool
on.
thing.
That would be fun. But other than that, I don't know. The story arc on those are kind of whatever. I'd want to be in like did you know that Fox News or Fox Nation is doing stand-up specials now?
Oh, you said
Roseanne Barr is releasing a stand-up
Oh,
special
Jesus
on Fox
fuck.
Nation. Yeah, baby.
You're not for that?
No, I'm
Bro,
for it. I just don't
do
think
you
it'll
know
be funny. I mean, I'm not against the I like freedom of speech, but I just have a feeling.
I would throw my shit on Fox Nation so quick.
Yeah.
Do you know the following I would get from just definitely racist white people being like, "See, we like this one.
Yeah, this
we
one's
fucking
good."
love this one. Tell them to do more shit on Jew jokes. We love that as well."
Oh, he's clean. He's one of the good ones.
He is. The dreadlocks, take them or leave them. Everything else, perfect.
I just like the way he talks.
Yeah, he speaks English and he doesn't say bad words.
Yeah.
That would I can understand
Yeah.
what the hell he's talking about now.
Yeah.
Why don't they all talk like that?
This is why the cops beat them because they don't speak English.
Oh fuck, Jeff.
Maybe if they were all as funny as this motherfucker, it wouldn't have ended as bad.
Holy shit.
He looks
Honestly,
like
that
he
would
can
be the
fly.
that would be the end of my career. Is someone commenting on the Fox Nation
Yeah.
being like, if George Floyd had a good punchline, he would have lived, and me just liking it and being like, that's funny. That would have taken my whole career out. They would have been like, yeah, you're done. Not even Fox would have been like, come on, man.
I'm not against them doing it. I just like. Have you seen Jim Brewer? He performs like CPAC now. It's just sad. I don't know.
That
There's
is
just
a bummer.
No,
Yeah.
it's tough.
Yeah.
That's what I would want to do because I'm perceivably Republican. I would love to. I would love to go and be find that one, New York, a white talking black Jewish Republican. Fuck off, Manhattan. I'd love to go
bigger than
on.
Herschel Walker.
Yeah, I'd love to go on Fox Nation, drop a special, but make it not virtue signaling. It'd be so hard to make it not because they would eat it up. And I'd lean right into it. Oh, make Fox black again.
That sounds like the title of the special.
Make Fox black again. Oh, that's a shirt.
I need to pitch this to someone, bro. If they're letting Roseanne, which by the way,
Yeah.
her special looked like a TED Talk. It's horribly lit. Like the lights are just on. Because let's be real, a group of people that just watch Fox don't trust the lights being off for that long.
Oh my god.
They're like, we need to make sure I can see the emergency exits at all times.
Oh yeah, especially well, like what is it more of a lecture to us, or is she like
It's just no punchlines, and it's the
That's why
same.
I'm
You know what?
worried.
They exist on on opposite ends of the spectrum, but it's the same bullshit. Like shitty, fucking liberal comedy where you get clapter breaks.
oh god, I hate
It's
that.
where they're like, and that's why I believe that fucking women and men's sports are the same. And then they all stand and everyone just lies and claps.
Yeah.
It's the same thing over there where they're like,
Yeah.
hey, these fucking retard snowflakes.
yeah, that's
Not gonna lie.
It's not even really a punchline. It's just them saying shit people agree with.
Yeah.
They're just fucking Jews control the weather.
That's what Jim Brewer was doing. He's like, "Oh, I got the vaccine," and people were clapping and it was like that. They were just saying things they agreed with. He did it in a retarded way that spoke to their level.
It is. It's just, what is the critical race theory? It's just white people. You want to see the closest white people can get to black people get up and laugh, get up and run laughing? It's that shit, bro. I watched her do
I
a
love
joke.
that.
I watched her do a joke, and the little trailer they put out was her being like, I'm sick and tired. First of all, anytime a white person starts off, I'm sick and tired.
Yeah, you know where it's
It's
going.
always wild. She's like, I'm sick and tired of all this PC trans stuff. She's like, watching online, all these people be like, what's my gender? Am I a man?
Yeah.
Am I a female? You know what your gender should be? get a job. It's like not even a punchline. It's just like I think this. You're just like, all right.
It's like, okay, you went through the ramp through your craziness, and then
It's just her yelling. I was like, this.
is this Roseanne?
Yeah, I was like, this has to be cool.
oh, I mean, I'll watch it for that, just that because the virtue signaling. I think
Yeah,
that'd
that's
be
what
a
she
lot.
looks like when she's off her meds, and John
Oh,
Goodman's
fuck.
not there to save the day.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I gotta see this. Get it? It doesn't even make sense.
Because he would. That's honestly what the show Roseanne would be if you took out John Goodman. Because you see flashes of it. Did you ever watch that show?
The Roseanne, the original.
Yeah, not the remake where they kicked
No,
her off and called it the Connors, which is
Yeah.
fuck.
Just end the show,
Bro, that'd be
Yeah.
like canceling DBG and Friends and just being like, it's just Friends now, hosted by some other white person. You're just like, okay, that's
Well, if they
fun.
ever try canceling it, say I'm trans.
Yeah, you're
And
like,
oh, whoa, wait a minute.
Bro, that's the only thing stopping me from being immensely famous right now. If I was a white talking black Jewish gay and or trans guy, I might be able to get away with poly. If I could just talk my girl into throw another bitch in the mix, we could be so big.
Yeah,
we could be so big right now.
Ethical slut is that what they call it? Polyamorous ethical slut.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that. That's good though.
No, what I would do, you should do. I'm thinking about doing it if things are getting any more rough for me.
Bro, is that the option for bros that have tried monogamy for a while? You're just like, all right, well, I've tried to start my own shit. Let me just go into someone else's pre-started thing they got going on.
See, that's why I couldn't be a poly guy because I'd be like, the other girl has to agree to it, so that's a problem. You know, like,
You gotta be part recruiter as well.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we have an open position we're trying to fill. Could
I'm
you
not
please
Crystal Lee. I don't have like I can't get a girl to do it
just
for
a
me.
gaggle of females around the
Yeah.
country? Now that is something that I'll never get to experience because I'm wiped up. But bro, mobbing around the country, being a successful, good-looking comic sounds sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Sounds because you don't have to maintain the coolness of a rapper who's getting but you also don't get the same level pussy. It's a give and a take.
True.
But you get more than the average Joe, and you can be a fucking silly guy telling jokes.
Oh yeah. Well, he smiled. That's when you smile. That's when the laugh. He smiles.
Yeah, silly guy telling
Bro,
jokes.
you see some hot women at Stand Up Live.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
what? All day.
Oh yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah. But like I said, what was I saying? I don't know. But what was I talking about? We'll edit this part out. I went blank here.
No, you're straight. I don't mean to. Cut
Yeah, what
us
time
off,
is it?
but,
Yeah.
We've been going for an hour and 12 minutes, guys.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I think
Okay.
we're running out of
Want
gas.
to wrap this up?
Actually,
Yeah.
I gotta go eat before I hit I'm gonna go to Devil's and cook wifey a steak dinner.
Oh shit! See that's why I'm single because I didn't cook. That's one of the reasons. Good job. See, this is why Daniel's with her for what 7 years? You said?
Yeah, a little too long. a little bit too long if you ask her grandma. I haven't put a ring on it.
Oh shit! Oh, yeah.
Are you gonna give her a rock before I croak? I'm like, do you want to croak right now, Sylvia?
yeah. Just push her down the stairs.
Yeah,
Fucking slut. What the fuck? You know?
yeah, greasy wheel. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh man. But sorry, I ran out of gas there. But Daniel Bridge-Gadd, we're definitely check out Final Stop Podcast.
Final Stop Podcast on IG and patreon.com/Final Stop. Same deal. Join the army.
There we go. And then we got our producer, Josh Boyle. There you go. And guys, thank you for listening to Dry Farts. We will see you next time.
Boom.
Boom. There we go.
Bro, that was good. Good shit, fam.
Yeah. Do you have a dream and you want to start ideas? Go on your computer and go.
God damn it, Jeff. Okay, here's the thing. Dry Farts is sponsored by StartYourIdeas.com. What is StartYourIdeas.com? Let me ask you a question. Do you have a dream? Do you have a business? Do you have a hobby that you're trying to get out there into the internets and you're just like, how do I do that? Head over to StartYourIdeas.com, put in your business name, and let's see if it's available for a domain. We'll start there. After that, you get your own website, email, all that stuff. StartYourIdeas.com, promo code FARTS. Now that's how you do it, Jeff. That's how you do it.